Are you making these common mistakes which could cost you your seat at NIFT or NID? From sketching blunders to time management fails, watch till the end of this video so that you can avoid them all. Hi, my name is Julie. I'm the Academic Director of AFD India, and I would be taking you through the common mistakes students have been making over the years in the NIFT and NID exams and how to avoid them. One of the most common mistakes students make is to leave a question unattempted. This primarily happens because of time management and occasionally because of oversight. You need to know how much time to allot to each question, and you can work out a time management plan based on the total hours given to you to attempt the paper and the total marks the paper is for. You should be able to work out how much time to spend for a 5-minute question or a 10-minute question. This will help you to manage your time and make sure that you don't leave a question unattempted. Because you must understand that one question unattempted is a loss of maybe 10 marks or even 15 or 20 marks, which can become very crucial to you clearing the entrance exam. The second mistake is misinterpretation of the question. Let me give you an example. In one of the previous years of NID, there was a question which asked you to make a visual representation of a common proverb. The proverb went like this: all that is gold does not glitter. Now, here many students mistook the question to be the usual proverb which goes, all that glitters is not gold, and they attempted the question incorrectly, thereby losing marks. To avoid such misinterpretations of the question, what is important is that you underline the keywords in the question when you are reading it for the first time. Then go over the keywords once again and then ask a few critical questions. What is the question asking me to do? How should I do it? Why is the question phrased in a particular manner? Asking these critical questions will put you on the right track to answer your question correctly. The third mistake is not ticking on the chosen option. Let me give you an example. One of the NIFT papers had a question which said you have to design a logo for option A, a play area, option B, an entertainment zone, option C, a public park, using any numeric digits like 1, 2, 3 in any language. Now, many students attempt this question and the logos tend to look pretty similar, and they forget to tick mark on the option which they have chosen. As a consequence, just put yourself in the examiner's shoes. The examiner would not know which option you have chosen and how to go about marking you. Thereby, you stand to lose a few marks because the examiner is not able to relate your logo to the question asked. The fourth mistake is lack of elaboration. Say, for example, you have to design a bag for a picnic, and students tend to make the visual and leave it at that. They would make a sketch of the bag and leave it at that. Now, the problem with this is that if it's a 15 or a 20 mark question, the examiner is expecting a lot more from your answer than just a simple sketch. The examiner wants to know how much thought you have put into the design. What are the different kinds of materials you have used in the various parts of the bag? How does the bag look when it is opened? What are the compartments inside? What are the special unique features that you have added to the bag to make it an innovative product? How will a person hold or carry the bag? Will he be wearing it as a backpack? Will he be holding it as a duffel bag? So all these little things are what make your answer elaborate. And you can get those additional marks if you show the examiner how much thought you have put into the design. The fifth mistake students make is making drawings which have got poor line quality and incorrect proportions. Actually, this is also a time management issue, because towards the end of the paper, when the student is in a rush, they tend to draw very hastily and their drawings look like rough drawings. that is an eyesore to the examiner. They really don't want to look at ugly drawings. So you have to make sure that you manage your time correctly, and even when you are in a rush, you must make sure that your line quality is good and your proportions are correct. And that can happen only if you practice consistently using a timer. The sixth mistake is illegible handwriting. When you write in your normal handwriting, many a times the examiner is not able to read what you have written, especially because you are in a rush. So the trick here is to make sure that you write everything in capital letters. So all your text labels should be written in capital letters because capital letters are much easier to read than a normal script. The seventh mistake is flat looking drawings. So when you are drawing, you have to make sure that you follow the contour lines of whatever object or being you are drawing, because the contour lines are what will give the object its form. It's very important that you don't draw straight lines on curves, making them flatter. So make sure that you follow contour lines so that your drawings look three-dimensional and do not seem like they are pasted on paper. Make sure you don't make these common mistakes in your exam. Do subscribe to our channel and watch more videos to help you ace your exams.